Colt Hamilton here with Hamilton Native Outpost, and in this video will be the third video in our series on cedar tree revetments. Wanted to kind of show you the final product of a cedar tree revetment. So looking down the road, what should it look like? You've seen the cut bank in the other video of what it does look like. So what are we going for in the end? Well, here we are on one we put in about 10-12 years ago. And if you see the old structure, there's some cedar tree limbs here that are buried down into the silt. The tree's pretty well sunk down in. It's holding the sediment. There's another one up here that's just kind of at a different angle. You can see the eco blocks that we use for weight, the concrete blocks. There's the cable coming up out of the ground from that tree to the block to this tree. So that's the remnants of what left. You can see a lot of limbs are getting old and rotten and broken. So the cedar tree revetment's not a permanent structure you can rely on. So what we're wanting to do is, while it's catching sediment, so the sediment comes from, you put your cedar tree revetment in, we would have had a cut slope that come all the way down to the bottom of my feet, actually about 2 foot further because that eco block's practically buried. So we would have had a cut blank taller than my to below my feet. And sediment, okay, so you put in your cedar trees, you get your floods. The gravel and the sand will settle out first. So you got the fast flowing current carrying and rolling this sediment down the stream. The cedar trees cause little voids and where they break the current bypasses them. So then the gravel gets pushed into the edge of them, gets out of the current stream, settles out. You get sand and gravel first, then you'll start to get a little vegetation. You'll get a little bit of sediment, and sediment is the silt, the finers, the silts, the clays. You'll start to get those to settle out back in here, and that's when you can really start to grow the vegetation. But go ahead and start when it's just gravel and sand. There's quite a few plants that will tolerate that, and they will help you collect more sediment. So what we're going for is to we seed this multiple times to keep making it better and better. The final product will look very similar to this here. And so what we have up here at the front, we've got some foul manna grass. It tolerates really gravelly, sandy soils with fresh water running by. You can actually see some of its roots out in there where it's kind of washed the gravel and sand away from it. It makes a very nice mat of roots. It makes a nice top to protect what's here. And then as you get a little further back, you have deer tongue panicums. We've got some asters, quite a few sedges in here, varying kinds. We've got some of the early wild rye. I see as we get further back, I've got the Texas County or Southeast wild rye. There's sawtooth sunflower. There is river oats, switchgrass. I see a few Indian grass heads, some big bush stem. The field up top is big blue. So as this bank continues to slough off and now not get washed away, some of that big blue will start to sprout and hold on down here. Our vertical bank has started to become a sloped bank with vegetation here. Now that part is still vertical and a little bit erodible, but anything that falls will get caught in the vegetation and continue to slope this back. You can slope these back with equipment once you get it well established like this, but basically you're just going to push them off to 45 it. I like to we've stopped the erosion. I like to just let nature take care of the cut bank over time. And really if that top 2-3 feet stays a vertical bank, it's not, we've held the toe of the stream, the bottom of the bank, so it's not causing erosion anymore. So I don't really like to bring in disturbance, push that off, then try to get it seeded. It's just, it's costly, not a lot of point in my mind to do it. But what there is a lot where I would take and spend my money is getting vegetation to grow. And part of that is repeated plantings. part of that, you're dealing in a floodplain. So sometimes it washes away your seed before it gets anchored. And we got some planting timelines, some stream bank mixes you can look at. But basically, seed this for multiple years. It's a harsh environment to get started in. It's actually quite growthy. You get a lot of growth, and it's a good environment once established, but it's a hard environment to establish in. So spend your money doing multiple plantings of natives while your cedar trees are yet big and robust and really holding and blocking that current, so that when you lose your cedar trees to rot and they degrade over time, now we have the vegetation mat. Look into stobbing willows. You can actually cut willows, stick them in the bank in February. They will root and grow. These willows you see here behind me, those were stobbed in February many years ago. They are a great way to keep, they're a great vegetation source, they're a great current blocker. And what I like about willows is they'll get a little bigger in diameter, but not much taller. So that works really good. These sycamores are voluntary. The seeds blow. They like disturbed gravel bars and things where they can get started. I will tolerate these for a little bit longer because they're serving a purpose. However, I don't want them to turn into great big sycamores that will then fall off in the stream. So eventually I will cut them to let more sunshine down to my native plants. And this year could be the year. I've got a carpet of native plants. They could use the sunshine. I probably won't do a cut and treat method. I will probably just cut them or girdle them and kill the top of the tree. It will sprout back as a bush. And then every 2 or 3 years, if I want to, I can come through and cut them off. But we're a long ways from turning into big trees. So that's how I'd manage this in the future. And this is what we're trying to do as good land stewards, taking care of these unsightly places that you don't take visitors to your farm and be like, hey, you want to see my creek? You don't take them to that cut bank spot. You take them to that nice flat gravel bar with the still pool of water. So a lot of streams here in the Ozarks, we all have a lot of cut banks through different management practices that cause those. And it's a good land stewardship project to take care of those. Quit filling our streams up with sediment. We could have, you know, more fish and clearer water, those type of things that come along with that. Erosion's a big issue. And I understand that, you know, there's a lot of methods out there that are pretty costly and you can only do so much. These type cedar tree revetments are really quite cost effective and let you do a lot more feet of creek bank for your dollar. So let's get in and try to heal some of this land. Been Colt Hamilton with Hamilton Native Outpost. I hope you enjoyed this video.
We at Hamilton Native Outpost make these videos to share the unique knowledge that we have gained from over 40 years of working with native plants as we raise and sell native grass and wildflower seeds. If you found this video helpful, we need your help to get the message out. Please subscribe, share, like, and comment. It helps others to find us. Thank you.